So I was having a talk with one of my mates recently, and we're talking about our uni courses and how much they cost. And it got me wondering, what's actually the most expensive games design course out there? So I did a Google search of the average cost of a games design degree, and it gave me $27,440. And that makes sense because my degree was about that price, just maybe slightly lower. But I did go to a public university, and more often public universities are subsidized by the government, at least to some extent, compared to private universities. So in this video, there will be talk of Australian dollars, but if you see this, just imagine $1 being 60 cents USD. All right, so there's this unit called AIE, and they specialize in anything creative arts. So they do filmmaking, animation, VFX, game art, games design, and game programming. And this is a private university. So if you look at their fee structure here, you'll see that the total amount per course, like per degree, is $96,000. That is insane. Like, I can't imagine being in a debt that big. And I know, actually, I think some people from my Discord server, I think have gone to AIE. I just couldn't imagine having a debt that large, man. It's like, how do you pay that off? And look, you can even see the individual expenditure of each individual subject, introduction to game art, $3,800. Like that is, and that's one of the cheaper ones, right? We go into the more like character animation, almost $4,200. It's just insane. And it looks like, really? They expect, I did not know this when I was researching, but if you want an internship, you have to pay $16,000. That's crazy. I didn't even know that was a thing. I thought they just like have that set up for you. But they, you know how I always complain about not getting paid for work. If you want to do an internship, you have to pay them $16,000. Okay, that is absolutely insane. And this isn't even the most expensive course out there. But this is nothing compared to what you guys have in the US. So there's a university called Full Sail. And if we scroll down to the tuition cost, this is in USD, by the way, so not AUD, right? If you want to get a course in computer animation, or let's just say game development Bachelor of Science, because that sounds like the more general course, 88,000 USD for the tuition. So that's like what, 120,000 Australian? That's like double, the ones that we're just looking at. I get this is probably a prestigious university, but dang, man. Like, it's just nuts. Like, even their certificate programs, $10,000. I don't know, like, I don't even know if that's a good idea, because I see on LinkedIn sometimes where it's like, they require you to have a degree. And I get this is from Full Sail, it might be, more prestigious, but like, imagine spending 10,000 USD and then getting rejected because they expect you to have a degree. It's just, it's crazy. But this is the real main one I want to talk about. USC, which is University of Southern California. So take a look at this, right? For their games design and development course, yeah? First year, $51,751 for the first year. So for their full degree, which I know is 3 years because it says here tuition costs for the second or third years may vary, just multiply this by 3. We're looking at least 150K USD. So that's like, I don't even know, that would be like 200 and, if you're from Australia, imagine 220,000. I'm just going off what I think, but that is nuts. Absolutely crazy. Oh man. Anyway, I've got this YouTube video here. Let's kind of have a look at, what they're offering.
In the games program, we train students to get ready for a job in the games industry. The benefit of having our program housed in the School of Cinematic Arts is because good games are also all about storytelling. We train the students not only on the technical skills to make games, we also train them to think about original ideas, to find something that people haven't seen or played before.
Yeah, but every university does that. Anyway.
Traditionally, you think of, okay, video games. That must be what it is. But it's also board games and then immersive experiences, immersive theater, museum displays, things that interact. Any type of interaction between an audience member and a designer that's got digital components can really start to be part of like interactive media.
We start you right away. You're making games from the very first week that you're here. You start in a class that's entirely like paper and board games to learn how to prototype, how to make games really quick.
You know, this is something my university did as well. Like through the first year, we just spent it on board games, not even video game production. And I hated that. It was so boring. Like, I don't even get why they do this, because you can't use the argument that, oh, board games are simpler to make than video games. Because I don't think that's true at all. Like, a lot of board games that we got were super complicated, more so complicated than just simple video games. And I felt like it really put us behind everyone else, you know? But it's interesting that this uni is doing it as well. So, yeah.
When you are like first starting out in the games program, I think it's very shocking that you're not immediately like thrust a computer and set to code. It's part of understanding the fundamentals of games. And then you start taking coding classes, you take art classes, you kind of figure out all the elements that go into a game. And as you start to put those together, you work on larger and larger teams. It starts very small, but it grows. And as you do that, you pick up all these like interesting and unique skills along the way.
But you can do that with video games too, though. You can just make simple video games. Like, again,
You start adding skills, learning programming, learning level design, learning the production process. Also, I think really important here, you learn how to work with other people.
Gone are the days of one game designer or developer sitting in their basement and pounding out a game on their personal computer. You really do need to collaborate with few or multiple people depending on the scale of the project that you're working on. The number one
we still have heaps of solo developers making great stuff. Like, he's completely wrong when he said gone are the days of that. No way. Like, yeah, it is good to have collaborators, but you don't have to have big ass teams to achieve a goal, you know? Like, it's all about, he did say depending on your scope, but just why couldn't he say something along the lines of, you know, if you keep your scope small, you'll be able to achieve a lot greater things.
skill that we teach, not only the craft of making the thing that you're going to be making professionally, but it's also how to interact with people, how to get the best performance out of them, how to bring their creativity to bear so that you can have the best outcome possible from a project perspective.
One of the really cool things about USC is that you get to understand people's talents, you get to work with them, all of that collaboration then pays off later where you know, like, this person's an amazing engineer. Like, they absolutely should be.
It pays off later. Yeah. Like, you mean your debt pays off later?
Working for this really cool game company. It feels great to not just help your friends out, but like help everyone make better work. Being in Los Angeles is such a benefit just because you're able to either go visit things, go intern at places without having to find a new apartment for the summer, and then also being able to meet really cool people.
If you're looking for the highest concentration of movie studios, production houses, game developers, game publishers, where a lot of arts and entertainment are created professionally, it's all in LA.
School of Cinematic Arts, honestly.
Who? Like at least provide an example, yeah? That would be nice.
It means like quite a bit to me. I met my best friends in the whole world here. I met the people that I'm going to be working with for the rest of my life. And I came back to teach here also because it was so important to me. I just wanted to make sure that I was going to be able to give that to somebody else.
Or could it be that you couldn't land work anymore and that the industry became really tough and you moved into teaching? There's nothing wrong with being a teacher. Like, I would totally be open to it too. But, you know, like, you've got a nice cozy job now, and you're constantly bringing in money from these new people that are coming in. And speaking of that, we'll get to that in a further slide. But have a look at their games. Like, they're nothing, like, this is their showcase for last year, 2024. And I actually had a play of some of these. They're nothing crazy. Like they're certainly good. I'm not here to shit on student pieces, but, you know, paying that big course doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to get, you know, better faster. You know, I've seen plenty of devs who are self-taught and they make great stuff, like even just after like 6 months to a year of learning the craft. But I'm not going to go through these games individually because I don't want to feel like I'm soloing any one of these out because it's not fair to them. But if you want to have a look for yourself, just I'll probably provide the link in the description. So you can just click on this and just see what they're making. Because, you know, there's some decent games in here, but there's also some ones that are like, you know, not as good, if you know what I mean. Like, it's not their fault. Again, I'm not here to shit on them. But have a look at this image, right? This is the amount of people that they had that attended the expo. And these are all the people that are in their course, in the games design course. So I went out of my way and did a head count. And I know I gave everyone a red dot, like as if they're an Indian or something. But I counted 140 people plus or minus 5 because, you know, there's like something here. I have no idea what, is that a reflection or a person? I don't know. There's also this here, which I don't know if it's a person or a reflection. And who knows how many people I missed, like that missed out on the photo. Like, I don't know. Is that a person there? I can't tell. But this image is worth $21,735,420 USD. And then in America, and then in Australian, it's like 35 million. This is a very expensive image, and this is per year. You know, next year they'll have another lot of probably 140 people. Like, this is a fucking cash cow, man. Like, this uni must be making a lot of money. It's no wonder it's really hard to find a job because, you know, if they're churning out 140 people per year, there's only like probably like a couple of hundred to 1,000 jobs available. Actually, wait, if this is in California, probably just a couple of hundred jobs at any one time. So, and then you've got like the other universities that are in competition that are in similar areas. So, yeah, it's going to be really hard. This is another reason why it's really hard to get a job. You know, I talk about outsourcing a lot, but truly the insourcing is heaps. Like the insourcing is a problem too. There's just heaps of people. I don't even know if that's a word, by the way, but you guys get what I mean. And then if we look here, what's the average salary of a video games designer in California? And you'll see it's $97,000. Like, going back to that degree, was like the degree itself was $150K. And, you know, you're not going to be paying, like, you're not going to be working and then paying every cent to, you know, pay back your debt. You've got to account for things like rent, you know. Average rent studio is 1.8K a month. And that's if you want a studio. What if you want to live a more lavish lifestyle, which it's up to you. You know, if you want a 1 bedroom, like a proper 1 bedroom apartment, 2.1K, nearly 2.2 if you round up. Like, yeah, it's just really, really expensive, man. Let's look at your recent student work. They can't even get their website right. Mate, you are one of the most prestigious universities, and like some things don't even work. Like that link should straight up just work. I don't understand why it doesn't. And these are your teachers, right? Have a look. So these are the people that, you know, I don't even know how much these guys get paid. They must be getting paid a fortune. Like if they're pulling in 21 million USD a year, and there's like what, 3, 6, 9, 12, 14, I think I counted that right. 14 people. They must be getting paid at least, you know, 400-500K. You know, who knows? There's probably some of these are probably getting paid millions, you know, if they're like the dean or whatever. But yeah, these guys, it's no wonder you'd quit your job working for a company when you can work as a teacher and probably get paid so much money. It's not even funny. And then to top it off, I saw this page, and I just want to say, why does their website look so ugly? Like, is it just me, or does this look ugly to you? It just doesn't, like, it has a distinct look, yes, but I don't know, something about it looks cheap and not good. I don't know. What do you guys think? Anyway, so let's have a look at, there's a video I want to show you. It's this one.
I'm Danny Bilson, chair of the Interactive Media and Games Division of the School of Cinematic Arts. I'm also the director of USC Games. And why are we here? We're here to make great games, great students from all over the world, great faculty, and most of all, we're here to have a great time with our students.
I don't know who did your audio mixing, but I could get I understood like half of that.
Always that opportunity to take an idea in your head and make it into something real, and getting so much support from the faculty.
Hi, my name is Tracy Fullerton, and I'm a professor at USC Games. I teach game design, and I am the director of the Game Innovation Lab. So to me, the core values of IMGD are inclusive, respectful, and innovative game design.
Last point, yes. But, man, the two other points are just going to make you no money. Let's be real.
We want to make games that make the world a better and more playful place.
We start to build our first game. We built our own engine in a whole summer, and we asked the school to pay us for doing that. It's really awesome to be paid and to work on games. And then we did win the student award.
funny how the guy with the thickest accent is actually the easiest to understand. he knows how to project his voice, you know, properly.
Incredible experience that I would not have had I not gone to USC. The tools it gave me, the people I met, things.
Oh my god, this is the most prestigious university and you can't even get your audio right. Seriously.
There's no other place on the planet like it.
I love the focus on team-based learning and development, and I love the emphasis on criticality that actually happens in all the classes. So as a scholar, it excites me to be working directly with people, with students who are the future of.
So you got a scholarship, so yeah, of course you're going to be happy because your fees, I don't know how much of that would be slashed, but if you don't have to deal with the $150,000 debt, I mean, that would be great.
The media.
Hi, I'm Bo Crutcher. I run a company called Blindlight in Los Angeles. We've had a number of great US. I love the.
Oh my god, you did it again. Don't you guys check like your editing? Like I don't understand. How do you not make sure that's like? How do you not review the thing before you export it?
The energy of the students at USC when they come into Blindlight. They have a real passion and drive to be involved in games and not just be involved, not just have a job, but to really elevate the art form.
We're making games.
Why do I have to care what you say? It's not like you said, oh, you know, I sometimes employ people from USC and I've got a few jobs running. Like, I don't understand how these people aren't using this opportunity to do that. Like, if you say something like that, that's just gonna, like, it's just gonna be so much better.
Games, building things all the time, and we're doing it together.
Go USC Games, go Trojans! All right.
Ugh, whatever. Cringe as fuck. Yeah. Anyways, so and to close up, it's just crazy how, you know, how expensive some courses are, and it's, well, who knows? This is probably not even the most expensive one out there. There's probably some other course somewhere that I just haven't seen yet that is even more expensive. But 151,000 USD. Is just, actually, what is it? I have to know what that is in Australian dollars, just to make sure. 243,000, I think I was saying 220 before. Nearly 250K for a games design course. And you guys know how hard it is to get a job out there. Like, imagine having this type of debt looming over your shoulder. Not fun at all. But yeah, if you guys liked the video, please drop a like, write a comment as well, that will help the algorithm. And yeah, got something to expose? Call the Spillato Bros.